beautiful souls. So it's Alora here. We're going to do an energy check-in. We'll start out with a few of these Chronicles of Destiny oracle cards to get an overarching theme for today's reading. We're going to ask your angels and your spirit guides to please come through with any messages that you need for advice, guidance, and support for the highest good of everyone involved. So we'll just do some overarching energy. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck. We have the heroine, the one that steps up and saves herself. We also have the forest labyrinth, the Lightbearer. We have the call. Wow. This is the call of the divine feminine, the light workers. All right. She's the one that saves herself, and then she also helps other people who need saving, who need to save themselves. Right? That's what this is about. So we're going to ask for some advice and guidance from our angels and our spirit guides with the tarot cards. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Temperance card in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. This is someone who does not know how to take time for themselves. There's almost a sense of impatience when it comes to pursuing this and answering this call. Okay. I'm feeling like this almost sense of urgency, this burning desire for transformation, for alchemy. There is this divine purpose very strongly tied to this burning energy that we feel. It's helping us activate a hidden strength that we didn't know was there, a strength that is fueled by the source of all that is, the source of light in our hearts. Okay, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, there's many different ways that this is manifesting in your life. And there is this feeling of indecision because we don't know how to take time for ourselves. And so our body is saying we're not ready because we haven't tended to our body. And we cannot find a clear decision, a clear path, because we're feeling impatient right now. We're going to look at the bottom of this deck as well. Seven of Pentacles. We are still consistently working away at whatever this is, though. We are still putting in the effort, the time, and we're still listening to our heart. I also feel here there's this sense of where am I going to get my material needs if I decide to answer this call? Because this feels very ethereal. This feels like we're delving into the unseen. This feels like our heart and our mind are calling for us to look deeper into this journey that we've embarked on. We're constantly unfolding new parts of this journey, and I also get this feeling of this indecision being tied to, ooh, new shiny thing. Ooh, look at this thing. Oh, that would be nice too to have, you know? So it's just this constant kind of unfolding, but we're not taking the time to integrate in between, right? And so I think there needs to be a consistent amount of self-care so that the physical body can catch up to the mind and the heart. And we are going to pull an affirmation from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So be mindful of what it is that you're thinking about, what you are consistently exposing yourself to, because it will affect your heart, your mind, your emotions, and that will help create your reality. So we also have, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So you might be trying to manifest certain outcomes and getting really hyper fixated on some of those outcomes and the vision of what you want for your future. But I think there needs to be a level of kind of like detachment from the outcome while still holding on to hope, while still, bearing this light, while still shaping your reality with positive thoughts. Again, remember, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what will manifest. So being mindful of what our intentions are and making sure that it is the highest good for all. And I don't know if you noticed, but I start pretty much every single reading with asking for messages for the highest good of everyone involved. And there's a reason for that, because I respect free will of everyone. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck here, because if you are asking for an intention that you don't understand the repercussions, you don't understand, every angle like the universe does, like, the source of all that is, then you might be unintentionally either limiting yourself, limiting someone else, right? And so that's why there's this kind of like surrender to the highest good. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Look at that beautiful hummingbird. If that's a message for some of you, it is for me. There's a very strong significance with the hummingbird for me. So that might be the case for some of you. Really, really powerful reading. I am especially drawn to the call and the Lightbearer. I don't know, I just get the sense that, I don't know, there's just this deep soul awareness, and I am noticing a pattern here with my readings lately, both personal readings and my collective readings that I'm sharing here on my YouTube. I am connecting with a collective of light workers, particularly mostly female, or at least feminine in nature. And I don't know, there's just this rising up, this answering our heart, following the path that our heart is guiding us along, and finding new ways to kind of be this channel for spirit in, in the many different ways that we can be. And so if you are someone who resonates with that, I feel this is just a message of encouragement, and also acknowledgement that there are many twists and turns, there are many challenges, and to continue putting in the effort for, these challenges that come up for us, and that they are well placed. I get from your guides that nothing is an accident, nothing is a coincidence, and don't allow your fear or doubts to completely paralyze you when it comes to this path. And I think, this acknowledgement of how our energy creates our reality is kind of the nudge for you to take your self-care more seriously, and that it's not all mental or it's not all emotional, it's physical too. I know a lot of times on a spiritual journey, there are moments where we tend to kind of get hyper fixated on certain things and we lose focus of the balance of everything. Okay, we have the Hierophant here as well, was underneath this at the bottom of the deck. It is showing up in reverse, so I feel like there needs to be kind of this like unorthodox, non-traditional kind of approach. So you might be a trailblazer, someone who does things completely different way. I mean, it's fine to learn from other people, but I think it's really important here to fully embrace your unique energy signature, and really discover that sense of authenticity. Okay, with this hummingbird, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So I really feel like, releasing some of those fears surrounding how you might be received, how you might be seen, and focusing more on your self-love and showing up for yourself, saving yourself, will eventually lead to the point where you can regularly help other people relearn, rediscover, remember how to save themselves in a world that is shifting and changing every day. So, this is the message I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it did, please do like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.